Tony and Tyler here, and in this video we are going to talk about the membership meeting. So the membership meeting is held weekly. This is a very important element of the group and managing the group, and this has to happen every week. So make sure you schedule that time, and the people that are serving on the leadership committee and on the membership committee have to be a part of this. There are some key points we're going to hit on that Tyler's going to bring up, but the length of this meeting can vary. So, the more stuff you have to go over, the more people you have to interview. It could change on how long it will take. So, Tyler, what are the four elements that we need to hit at each membership meeting?
Well, first you're going to want to talk about, how the meeting go. Discuss the good, discuss the bad. You want to break up the monotony of that meeting. And so if every meeting's the same, it's just going to get diluted. The information that is going out to the chapter is just going to be diluted. Nobody's going to pay attention.
And do this while it's fresh. So right after the meeting, just have a quick recap. How'd it go? Did it go great? Is there something you would like to do next week to make that a little better?
Yeah, definitely. Plan for next week. It already kind of takes that off your plate. When you're already planning and you're doing it in the moment, everything is fresh, like you said. Like everything is ready to go for next week. That way you're not sitting, which you never should be, the night before prepping the meeting and doing it, because nobody ever does that. So make sure you're doing it right then and there. What's the good and the bad? We're planning for next week. Do we have any internal issues that we need to deal about? Is there anything going on inside the chapter that needs to be discussed within membership?
Yep. So the third one, deal with the issues. If there's something that came up that you have to have a discussion about, if you have somebody that has missed a few meetings and we need to bring them in and talk about it, make sure you're hitting that in the membership meeting. And what's the fourth?
The fourth one is probably one of the most important ones, one that I love doing week in and week out, is interviewing new members.
All right, you've invited 10 guests and you're going to interview 6 of them today. That might be a little bit longer of a membership meeting.
It's going to be a long meeting.
But man, you're going to bring some new blood into the chapter. It's going to be great. So get excited about that. So we don't want this to be a part-time job for anybody. We want this to be a meeting that you come to, you get a bunch of value out of, and it's very, very concise. So use this membership meeting to get all that stuff that could be postponed, pushed off, procrastinated, and just get it all settled right after the meeting. And then throughout the week, you can do your business. You can connect with in other ways. You can bring more value to those other members. The membership meeting needs to happen every week, and we want this to be where you decide all these things for the meeting coming up next week. We don't want you to have to burn the midnight oil, like you said, and do this last minute, procrastinate. For those who volunteer for the membership committee and volunteer for leadership positions, we don't want this to be a full-time job for you. We want this to be concise, so knock all the points out that you can during this meeting so that you can be prepared for next week and you don't have to spend that extra time outside of the group to get this stuff done. So be prepared again and have a great week.